welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother, co-host, Angel. How you doing, man?
Good. Currently, the Broncos are playing as time recording, and we're up 19-3.
19-3?
19-3. Broncos are up,
Okay.
baby. Bronco Thursday does.
Oftentimes, it's hard to peel myself away from an NFL game to sit down and film this show. Today was not one of those days.
Like I said earlier, if you're a Bronco fan, you love this Bronco game.
Yeah,
if you're not, it's a tough watch.
Spencer Rattler versus Bo Nix.
Yep.
It's a low point for the NFL this year.
Yeah. Broncos just running the ball. Saints have no weapons. You kind of feel bad for Rattler and the Saints. Everyone's hurt.
Over producer's desk, back in action, double barrel action. Gabe Tover, AJ Woodson. How you doing, boys?
What up?
I fell today, and I hurt myself.
Yeah, I heard you fell.
Wow.
Dang, you're old.
We're old.
When falling is a thing like that, you just said it.
And you want to know what sucks? I fell because I was watching the game. They turned a double play. Double play was reversed, so I cheered for no reason.
You're talking about the Dodgers-Mets in the playoffs. Yeah.
And something popped in my knee, and it's still hurting right now.
That's pretty embarrassing for you.
Oh, no, hold on. It gets even better. They all saw me inside the gas station.
So you fell on like a handicap ramp too, right?
Yeah, and it was like a handicap curb.
Jeez.
That's a rough moment for you.
It's like a little slope, but the curb keeps going. I don't know if you've seen that before.
Well, maybe you should pay attention next time.
Lower moment. Gabe falling on the handicap ramp, or the NFL trotting out Spencer Rattler and Bo Nix on Thursday Night Football.
I feel like I'd rather watch Gabe falling on the handicap.
Or so true. So true.
Or the Kamala crowd rolling out president. What's his name? What was the old president they rolled out who's clearly dead? What's his name?
Jimmy
Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Oh.
Did you see that?
He loves Kamala.
Like
Jimmy's just like
Jimmy's inoculated right now. He's in a deep sleep.
He was old when he was president.
He was old in the 80s.
I think Dad was in like
God.
5th grade or something.
It's election week, isn't it?
Elections.
No.
Next week?
2 weeks.
November 5th.
2 weeks, November 5th.
Go out there and vote. No matter who you vote
Are we
for.
not?
Go out there and vote.
Yeah, I guess it's not November. Yeah. So only midway through October.
Are we dressing up as like Uncle Sam?
Presidents?
for
we should
election
probably
day?
honor America.
I wish we could, but these giant headphones. How are you going to put that head on?
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm wearing an American flag. There you go.
Episode 172 for the Bench Podcast, Friday, October 18th, 2024. You got our episode on Thursday morning, and we're a little late with that one, but we got a good episode out, covered a lot of the bigger topics. Gabe and AJ are in the studio for the first time since the trades, and so we're going to definitely touch on those topics again really quick with them. But so much to get to in the news, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers, and of course game picks for week number 7, as sadly enough, boys, we are creeping up on the halfway point of the NFL season.
It's
just like that.
Just like that.
and we were just you guys were just when sometimes we all dog games that are boring. We just gotta learn to just be thankful because some game, like what was it? Remember a couple years ago, there was all the primetime games were just boring.
Yeah, like Broncos Saints.
Every
this one.
Thursday
it was the
night
Thursday night
awful.
game.
Yeah,
I
and then
remember
we're
that.
like, this sucks. And then in the offseason, we're like, I would kill for a Titans Jaguars game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like June 8th, I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I would have watched that Broncos Saints game.
and just drank it all in. Yeah.
Bro, what's that white cornerback's name?
Riley Moss. Dude.
Riley just guarding.
I have so much
just
respect
guarding
on
Jawan Johnson.
He clearly hides.
Yeah, with the
With
sleeves.
the long sleeve.
I watched that game. I was like, he is really trying to hide it.
Oh man. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Subscribe, turn on those notifications. Thanks for joining us as we march our way over to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks to all of you who have joined. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks for joining the audio version of the podcast.
Audio.
Like, subscribe, notifications, leave a review. That, of course, is brought to you by the Fans First Sports Network. And join us on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Follow the show between the show. Search @Bench Show. And I have a big, massive, huge Friday announcement. Yeah, I said it.
Jeez,
Announcement
Joe.
for all you guys. That has nothing to do with me, but something to do with my co-host and my producer.
Hey.
Your co-host and your bro host.
I feel... it was right there.
It was right there.
Freaking idiots.
Almost had it.
Bench is going to Lambeau, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bench is going to Lambeau.
Going to
If you don't
Lambeau.
follow us on the social medias are going to be all Angel and Gabe this weekend because they are headed to Lambeau to watch Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers in the all whites, by the way.
Yeah, all white. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Host the Houston Texans, Angels' little baby boy, CJ Stroud.
First time seeing my sweet, sweet son. I can't wait. I'm legitimately like 10 years older than him, I think.
Same here, too.
So, how old am I?
Yeah, but no. On all seriousness, they're going to the game. They're going to Lambeau. You guys are kind of pulling a crazy all nighter.
Yeah, we're doing what you do when you're just two bros and you don't have any kids. You're just going one day and fly right back.
On Saturday night, we're leaving at 10 o'clock. We're going to fly overnight. We're going to get to Lambeau around 10 o'clock. The game starts at 12. After that, we're going to go bar hopping. We're going to do all that sort of things. After that's done, we're going to watch the Sunday night game, which is going to end around 10 o'clock their time. Drive back to Milwaukee, get to Milwaukee around 12 midnight. Our flight takes off in about 4.5 hours from that point. Probably going to sleep in the car for an hour or two, turn the car in, hop a flight back, stop in Vegas first for an hour and a half, and then fly into Burbank.
I am very eager to see how you are after that trip.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying on Saturday, don't
We'll
call
go
me.
ahead and
we'll
get a replacement host for Wednesday's show as well.
Hell no. I've Lambeau's like the Fenway Field Park of like football stadium.
It's quite the trip.
It's that's the stadium.
And to be escorted by a Packers owner.
Yeah, I'm with the Packers owner.
Jeez.
You did challenge me to wear a Stroud jersey. I'm not gonna do that, but I will. I'm very curious. I'm very curious because we're tailgating. I'm just gonna ask what people think about Rodgers and Love, and I want to get like boots on the ground and like
we should
Green
do
Bay.
that with the social media. We should ask fans what questions would you want to know.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're following all the social medias. That's at Bench Show on Instagram, X, TikTok. Because Bench is going to Lambeau, and it's going to be really fun. Excited for you boys, and have a good time.
Yeah, we won't be on the Sunday show, so
We'll still have a Monday morning show. AJ, Terrell, probably Greg, probably Andrew, the whole team. You should have seen yesterday when Angel was describing that trip to me and Greg. Me and Greg just looked at each other like, remember what it's like to not have kids? Just pick up and go to Lambeau overnight.
He just said it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so true."
Yep.
The guys with kids are like, "I am not."
Well, I
doing
mean,
that.
originally I was supposed to go on this trip, and that's part of the reason I couldn't. It's like I
It's tough.
just can't leave my wife alone.
So make sure you are following all those. We'll keep you updated as well for that. And check out also benchshow.com, the home of the Bench Beat, articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. Of course, we had our main writer, Greg Fryer, on the show yesterday. Hope you enjoyed that.
Gregory.
If you haven't watched that yet, go check that out. That was fun. Kind of something different. We haven't done that yet before, so
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, he added.
A certain pigment.
He took
the
away
show.
pigments. Yeah, we were. Our pigment count went way down. Yeah, near the bottom.
Yeah, is that how that works?
Yeah,
I don't know.
pigments would make you colorful. Yeah,
So he has less of what
a
I
lot
have.
less. Yeah, so what's up? White?
Melanin.
There it
That's
is.
Oh, there it is.
Melanin.
Well, whatever.
There it is.
The same thing.
Listen, we're not scientists.
I'm a scientist, and it's.
I'm trying to give you a way out. Idiot. Damn it.
I'm a scientist.
Let's get to the news. All right, the news is brought to you by HUEGA House Hats. Go check them out. We're not wearing it today, but go check them out. Get yourself a hat. Use our code BENCH to get 15% off. Okay, let's get into news, boys. Titans are honoring the request of former Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams for his release. Per source, Adams is healthy and looking forward to his next opportunity.
Jamal, it's time to get a podcast. I mean, is there anywhere that he could fit? Because he's a safety you can't cover. But he's a blitzing safety.
I'm sure someone could use him. Someone could use him.
The Giants sign him up.
Yeah, in the box. In the box safety.
You go put him in the box and nickel, something like that.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
more of a
I think
linebacker.
even like a good deep. I think if he really wants to be impactful, go to the best possible defense that will have you, and just say whatever you want to use me as. Like I'll be a nickel linebacker. I'll be a blitzer. Whatever you want me to do, that's like I'll do that. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like Jets,
I'll sing the Eagles.
the Bills, Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles could
Fangio's
use one of
guy.
those kind of tweener guys. Yeah.
So Jamal Adams, we'll see where he goes next. I thought the Titans were his last stop, but apparently he has one more left in the tank.
That lasted 6 games.
Moving on here, Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp is trending in the right direction to play Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders, per Sean McVay. I think if I was planning a comeback, I'd wait till the Raiders were in town. Like,
Yeah.
yep, that's the date.
That's the
That's
date.
the one.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they're 1-4. It might be too late for them to have a little comeback here, but he's got banged up early. And Cooper Kupp. I mean, if anyone, I wish they were good. I wish they were at least near 500.
They have to go on an incredible run. I think they can, but yeah, the odds are stacked against them.
Yeah.
I know that division's not exactly lighting the world on fire though. So as bad as their record is, can you guys check on their division for me? I'm sure the
Seattle's-
division isn't a runaway. Seattle has lost a couple
Seems
games recently.
3-3.
3-3. Niners are 3-3, I believe. Right? Yeah.
Cards
Niners are 3-3.
2-4.
So the division's there.
Yeah. So I mean that's enough hope to keep going hard.
And then you got Pooks on the IR. He's still coming back at
Okay,
some point.
I got you right here.
Kind of a like this. I'll go ahead. I have the schedule right here.
So Niners are 3-3. Seattle's 3-3. Remember, Seattle started off 3-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Cards 2-4. Rams are 1-4.
So it's gettable.
It's there.
Only 2 games back.
2 games back.
And
What's
with
up?
the schedule too, they got the Raiders this week. They got the Vikings next week, which
Ooh.
is kind of.
It's a lot.
But then you
Yes.
got Seattle, you
Solid
got
1-1.
Miami, you got the Patriots, the Eagles, the Saints, and then the Bills. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit of a mixture.
You
there.
can get above 500 there and just compete for the division. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still in it.
Yeah, they're still
Hey,
in
go
it.
Rams.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Williams is obviously playing well. You still
balling out.
have Stafford, obviously. Get Cooper Kupp. People forget.
Let me
how
say this
good
about
Cooper
the
Kupp
Rams.
is. Yeah.
I think they're legitimately my second team now.
Yeah.
I think they're my second team now.
You
turned.
think
I think so. They're
you love them?
They're LA. I just love that they're here. I love that I see them. We were literally talking right before we turned on the camera. It's like, oh yeah, so and so was driving by their practice, you know, and like saw, you know, possibly a player, and like in their practice videos, we're seeing like our hometown.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
buildings
cool.
that we know.
I think they're a little more integrated into the LA culture. Winning the Super Bowl definitely
Yeah.
helped.
Wait, who is you guys' second teams? I never thought that before.
Oh man, that's a good question.
It's
I
all-
think most of the time the second team's changes every year, right? Like this
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
second team's the Texans.
Texans and the Bucks are my third.
Yeah.
It's always been the Steelers for me. Just because
Really?
Still show.
Because you
Steelers.
never ever talk about
whoever talks about their second team.
I talk about Texas a lot.
I never.
That
talk
was
about
so
second
cold, AJ. That
I
was
love-
so.
I love the Texans.
I was honestly- that was-
because you never ever talk
That was
about it.
honestly
like-
shocking because I've
Like
never.
the time that we grew up too. Like think about the Steelers
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah.
our day. Heinz Ward,
Yeah.
Jerome Bettis. You're gonna
James
go a
Harrison.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was. Well,
I would have guessed the Steelers.
James Harrison was a killer.
although I don't know who I would have guessed for Gabe.
yeah,
no,
I
I'm
don't know
telling
that
you,
team would've
it
been.
would have been the Steelers.
AJ, I don't know if you either.
I don't really want to say mine because it's weird.
Oh no,
Niners.
It's in division.
Really? Is it the Giants?
It's the Giants. I like the Giants. I love watching the Giants.
You
I'm-
are a giant.
Oh,
Jeez.
nice.
Sorry, folks.
See that there?
Yeah. You know, I don't think I can ever go in division because the Raiders are the Raiders. The Chiefs are more of a bandwagon. I don't want to be a bandwagon.
Could you
Chiefs
ever
fan.
switch teams? Like, could you ever do it?
Never.
So little no, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but one of our very own benched family members
Don't out them like that.
has switched a team.
Yeah.
Ooh.
His childhood team,
Mhm.
and recently switched when he got married.
Yep.
Greg Fryer grew up, him and his dad, diehard Redskins fan. Yes, I
Oh.
said Redskins.
At the time, they were called Reds. They were called
Skins.
the Skins.
And when he got married, him and his wife decided they wanted to pick their own team together. And Andrew Luck was a young up and coming quarterback who was gonna
Wow.
and
Who's gonna be
they
there for
picked the
15 years?
Colts.
We're gonna raise our children.
And
Yeah.
he picked the Colts at that point in time. We got to get him on the show to explain that story one day. Cause,
Yeah, it's
he has
um,
some explaining to do for sure.
I don't think I ever could. It would take a
but
lot.
we know Greg, like he's a legit football fan though.
He's a legit Colts fan too.
Yeah. So it's just it can be done. It's just I've tried to think. I've thought about it before. Like, could I ever switch to the Rams?
I don't think that
No.
would ever happen with me.
Yeah, it'd be
No.
weird. Every time the Eagles play the Rams, I'd be like, come on, the Eagles. Anyway,
Whenever I play Madden, I always make sure the Packers are doing just as like if I went over to another team,
restart the year.
I always make sure that the Packers like I'm gonna go trade this guy. I want the Packers to be good in this world too.
That's true.
That's a little much. All right. I wanted to touch on one more thing. We did talk about Tom Brady's new role as the partial owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Had a
which
boy,
is
Tom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Something I want to dive in a little more is these restrictions that he's going to face as a partial owner and yet still a broadcaster for Fox are insane. Do you have the slide, AJ?
I do.
Throw that up there. The restrictions, it seems almost like he's going to need to quit the broadcasting career.
Yeah, it might be over for him.
He is. I mean, switching sports a little bit. When Magic Johnson got a partial, or I think he had to give up his piece of ownership
I would never give ownership.
to commentate on ABC.
Wild.
Of the Lakers?
Yeah.
That's so
Okay,
stupid.
Brady's
So stupid.
restrictions. He is not permitted to be in another team's facility. That alone. Like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
Isn't that your job? You
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
interviews.
not permitted to witness practice. You hear about these guys all the time. Like, yeah, we're out on practice. We're talking
Yep.
to so-and-so. We were watching so-and-so. Can't go to practice. Not permitted to attend broadcast production meetings, either in person or virtual.
So that one, I don't. that should be number one.
you can't go to practice.
He's gonna
you
be
can't
the-
go to your own
He's
practice.
just gonna be going in the games, just no like practice stuff or nothing
Listen.
with any of his team.
Prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials and other clubs.
That's not gonna happen.
Then you can't.
Like, great, everyone's doing good out there, guys.
Subject to the NFL's gambling policy and subject to the NFL's anti-tampering policy. There's no way,
No.
right?
I don't know how he would.
No.
I don't even know how you speak like on a team without being negative towards the refs or talking about anything that's.
You just have to be super positive the whole time.
This might be the last year, folks. And enjoy it. It might be the
How
last
can
year.
you
It
even
might
finish
be
the year?
better for him too because he's known as a competitive guy. So you want to put him in the front office.
He's already gone at teams and players and
Yeah.
officials.
Yeah.
He's gonna get fined. I don't know.
He's too competitive.
So do you get fined if you're an owner? He's probably gonna get fined all year for this because he's not gonna. He's Tom Brady.
poor
He's gonna,
guy.
he's gonna get all his juices fired up. And he's gonna say something about the refs, and he's gonna get fined.
I wonder if he
Angel
finishes
wants
the
Brady's
year.
juice.
Listen, that's the greatest of all time. I'd be honored, Tom. Open invitation.
I'm not above anything.
I'm not above anything, Tom. I love you, man.
But yeah, so we'll keep. I didn't know it was that.
That's wild.
He
Wow.
was that restricted. Like it seems to me it's impossible. To
And
be
what's the, what was it, 750 million, 10 years from Fox?
I don't even know, but it was a lot. I know it was something crazy like
He's just
that.
not destined to be a
with that money?
broadcaster.
Do you
No.
get sued for breach of contract for that? Like just.
Yeah, so like what happens with
I
that?
don't know.
Fox has to be done with him. He took a year off. Then he came back, and
He wasn't very good.
we're 5 games in. He's not very good, and he has a competing job.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, before we wrap up the news, I wanted to talk about something, the trades, because you guys were not obviously in the studio yesterday when we talked about the Amari Cooper and Davante Adams trades.
Big deal.
Obviously, we've been, I feel like, talking about the possibility of them happening for weeks now.
Yeah.
Now it's happened. Let's start with the JETS, Jets. Davante Adams goes to the Jets. I said it yesterday. It felt like, even though we knew it was happening, it still felt like Christmas morning because it was actually real.
Yeah.
Davante Adams is a Jet. We saw a video of him today in practice. Has the 17. Already has the green game day cleats. Like he is fully Jets.
Ready to go. His hamstring
There's
is
a Jet
remarkably.
that had 17, right?
It was Garrett Wilson last year.
And it was
Oh, and
No, but someone had it this year.
Corley had
Boy,
it.
today, he
Poor
gave it up in
guy.
a second.
And then GM Rogers said, "Hey, get that shit off." That's my
Who knows
boy.
what they threatened him with.
Rogers GM is he's absolutely heartless.
Ruthless.
He's a menace, dude.
All right, let's get to it then. I'll just ask you straight out. Does this save the Jets season?
I think it does. I don't think the Jets season really even needed saving as is. You look at what they've done so far. They're 2-4. They are a competent kicker away from being 4-2. I don't know. You watch the Bills game. Kicker missed 2 field goals. Bronco game, low scoring game. Kicker missed field goal. Kicker missed a field goal in that game too. They are a competent kicker away from being 4-2. I loved what I saw from their offensive play calling against Buffalo. Obviously, they didn't win the game.
Yeah.
The offense was moving.
Same.
Rodgers was hitting Garrett Wilson for short yards. Breece Hall looked good. The offensive line looked like they had some juice.
Yeah.
This just puts them over the top for me. Not as like a Super Bowl contender or anything like that, but I think they waltz into the playoffs. Schedule looks good too.
What do you think, Gabe?
I already said it. You give Aaron Rodgers the keys of the car. He's gonna go good.
true.
He's gonna take you to some really good places. Now I'm with AJ here. I don't want to say they're gonna go all the way, but I don't think this could go. It's hard to explain. I don't see it being a huge move, but then I also don't see it failing one bit. I think this is going to be great. I think Aaron Rodgers has more power.
So you're riding that fence pretty
There's
hard.
a lot more pressure on him, but I'm not riding no fence. I already said I think Aaron Rodgers can turn this around. I think Davante only helps that. They're going to be a pretty good team. Like I think it's probably going to take a week or two, but I've seen this chemistry live, man. It's tough.
He was on the McAfee show the day after, obviously, and
That was like Christmas right there.
yeah, and just said like, "This is on us now. Like it's all in. This is on us." Me and Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson tweeted right away, like, "Let's do this. Let's get this right now."
Please invite me to you guys' group chat.
The little tear right here.
Yeah, like I thought I was your boy.
Mike Williams is nowhere to be found at.
Poor Mike. What a week.
Personal reasons. See, personal reasons.
Yeah,
That was the
talk about a
excuse.
scapegoat.
A
Poor
hamstring.
guy.
A hamstring.
Mike
Yeah.
Williams, Robert Saleh just hate Aaron Rodgers.
And
right
Lazard's just sitting there acting like he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm in the group.
And Mike Williams got some money from them, right? About $8 million.
He got a 1 year, $8 million deal. He's supposed to be traded like this week.
Yeah.
If
Rodgers-
you imagine, like, if I'm him, I'm not playing. It's like, no, I'm not playing. I have a hamstring.
Report came out the Steelers, the Chargers, and I believe the Saints have called about him.
So he just
Ooh.
inherited Davante Adams' hamstring injury.
So he'll become
Yeah.
completely
It was
obsolete.
passed
to him.
over.
Yeah.
I'd like him to go back to the Chargers. He did good there. Him and Herbert know each other. They need a wideout.
Yeah.
Why not?
But yeah, he's out of town, and now I think Davante Adams is the perfect fit for this team.
Yeah.
I think he's going to fill in where they could not. They struggled when they needed a guy to beat a guy.
To close, yeah.
Yeah, to close on third downs, fourth downs into the red zone, where you really go from a good team to a great team. I think I said a lot on the last show. I think Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson might be the best in the league when it's all said and done at getting you from 20 to 20. But when you get into those crunch time and you just need two guys to be on a string, like just beating the best coverage, having that same brain wavelength that they've had the whole career, I think that's where the Davante Adams is going to kick in. He's going to lead the league in red zone targets. All the back shoulder fades for days.
You guys see so many.
That's what's so scary about it too. Is like this is like they're completing like a big part of it. They got the defense, you got the running game, now you got the passing game. It's like not a lot of areas of weakness when it comes to this Jets team now.
I tell you one though is that Tyron Smith is starting to look old.
Yeah,
Morgan Moses is already missing games.
That line's starting to look a little.
The line's starting to take a couple hits, and that would be the only thing I'd say. Like, okay,
that's
because that was the fear going in.
Yeah,
we didn't know receiver was going to be a problem. I think they need to make a move.
Well, they were a problem. Yeah,
I think they need to make a move.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why they did this. Yeah, the line's looking. I'm disappointed, but it's just because they're older. Like it's not on them. They got older.
Like you'd make a move, right? If you're all in at this point, don't have the O line be your kryptonite. Like go fortify it with something.
It's hard to fix the O line midseason.
Yeah,
though. Like I don't know who's trading.
Yeah, but Jaguars are about to unload everyone. The Browns are about to unload everyone. There's going to be people there.
Yeah.
There's some really bad teams.
If they're like aggressive, then GM Aaron Rodgers is working the phones right now, trying to get himself some lineman.
What we should check? Where are the old Packer linemen? Who are they playing for?
Yeah, what's Bakhtiari doing?
Bakhtiari is a free agent.
Oh yeah, right? Is he working out?
Oh no, he's not with us.
He's probably in Aaron Rodgers' house right now.
Easy.
Listen.
Let's switch over to the other big trade. Well, I mean, do you want to talk about the Raiders real quick or no?
Raiders.
They just suck worse.
No, I don't talk about the Raiders.
Although, have you seen the Crosby news has been getting a little bit more buzz?
Yeah, did you hear what he said?
I did mention that, and you guys laughed.
He said, I don't want to be part of no rebuild. I want to be in the playoffs wherever I am.
Come on, Lions.
If he goes to Detroit.
Come on, Detroit.
So help me.
Come on, Denver. Let's do it.
All in, baby.
Let's do all in, baby. Come home.
It would be funny for him to go to Detroit because he'd be like, okay, the good son is Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And then the bad son is Max Crosby.
I like see an interview with him and like Eminem. Just like you guys just talk about, I don't know what white guys talk about, but like something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Politics or
I did see that Max Crosby news. That would be really interesting. I don't know. Just the two leaders of this team just dipping out. It's probably because Antonio Pierce is such a great leader.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce, what a slam dunk. He's reminding me a lot of Josh McDaniels.
No, he doesn't.
Nah, because if he trades another superstar, that's what Josh McDaniels did with the Broncos. He didn't trade.
Davante Adams wanted to leave, right?
Apparently,
he didn't force him out.
At the end of the season last year,
before.
At the end of the season last year, everyone was saying, "Oh, Pierce just has his job because players love him." I don't know if players love him. Crosby just is saying this. Adams just left. You don't like the quarterback that you signed.
You need to let this go, Josh McDaniels. You need to let it
go. Fuck Josh McDaniels. I hate that guy.
Hey, McDaniels or Hackett? Who do you hate more?
Oh,
who messed up our team?
That's a battle.
No, it's actually
McDaniels
because he traded Cutler, and I love Cutler.
Oh man,
for Cutler for Kyle Orton.
So Cutler was the reason.
All right, that's enough Raiders talk.
Fuck you, Josh.
There it is. Let's talk a little Amari Cooper to the Bills. Now.
Amari.
He leaves another dumpster fire in the Cleveland Browns.
True dumpster.
Honestly, last year we were just saying this is one of the best rosters in the NFL.
Yep.
Because they were.
They were.
They legitimately were. Like they were fantastic. But Deshaun Watson is just the cancer that is rotting this entire franchise.
Draining the life out of that team because all the story is how bad is this guy?
Yeah.
On and off the field.
Yeah.
And it's just like it and they're not playing good. Their defense isn't as good as it was last year.
That great O-line is aging.
And it's hurt. And then like Watson's, I think he's terrible on third down. He's like the league worst on third down, or the Cleveland Browns are.
Yeah.
And yikes, what a dumpster fire.
So Amari Cooper, he leaves there, and this kind of started way back when the Ayuk stuff happened, and it came out that they were already shopping him around for Ayuk, and he kind of got his felt a certain way about that, and so he's been kind of one foot out the door anyway. He now goes to the Buffalo Bills over with Josh Allen, who have kind of proved in the last 2 weeks, need a guy.
Someone someone like that, some alpha to kind
Still winning though.
Still winning, which is scary.
Yeah,
like they're good enough to be a top 5 team in the NFL. Now let's add it. If this is like a cherry on top moment, this could be the moment we talk about when they're hosting a trophy in January.
Yeah, the more this like trade kind of like solidifies, the more I love it for both sides. Amari Cooper, This is his best quarterback he's ever played with, Amari Cooper, right?
Yeah, I mean, he played with Dak, and when Dak had really good years. But yeah, Josh Allen has.
Yeah,
to
so he's probably excited.
sure.
And then Josh Allen also gets another proven wideout who's not like a diva. He fits right in. Gonna be their ex wideout. Love it.
Okay, back to the producer's desk. Same question. Amari Cooper, does he make them? I guess it's an easier answer, but impact of Amari Cooper on the Bills.
This is a hand in glove fit.
Yeah.
As far as on the field, off the field, I think Amari Cooper fits perfectly with that Buffalo, just that mentality.
Yeah.
On the field, he's a deep threat. Pair him with Josh Allen, and just like you said, they needed a guy. They're winning games. They needed a guy. Like I forget if it was last game or the game before it. Keon Coleman caught that, like it was 4th down, caught a short pass, took it to the house. That's a fluke. That's a fluky touchdown.
Right.
They didn't have a dominant receiver. You're not even dominant, but a guy you can just rely on third down.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. I love this.
Yeah,
that
positive
was
game.
like exactly what I was thinking. So I was thinking that, they didn't need, I mean, they needed it, but they were winning with that one. Just adding a guy like him. I don't know. Is he kind of like, because Josh Allen very much likes to scramble, likes to go off script. Has Cooper ever shown that he can be, because great route runner.
Yeah.
But can he do, is he known for any of that at all? Like, kind of like getting open, needing to get
so
open?
Travis Kelce.
Or
thing.
is he very much like machine, like, he's running his route, then after that?
No, he's definitely a great athlete and leads the league in separation, like or top whatever every year. As far as ad-libbing, I don't know if he's had the opportunity much.
I couldn't think of the term.
As far as because Deshaun Watson isn't making any great plays down the field.
Dak did a little bit.
Yeah, and I know earlier in his Cowboy days, he was he was the best receiver there.
Yeah,
like he even he kept CeeDee Lamb at bay for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a great question. I think we're going to see if they can build that kind of chemistry.
Yeah.
And that's really the separator of these two trades. Like Davante Adams is going to walk into the Jets building, and chemistry is just there.
Yeah.
With Aaron Rodgers, it's going to need to be built with Josh Allen and Amari Cooper.
Yeah, it'll take a while, but I mean they have such leeway because they're 4-2 now, right? And so they have time to build it slowly. And if it doesn't work out right away, you don't have to throw them in the fire because they can win the way that they have been winning.
Yeah,
with kind of spread the ball out. Yeah, I like this one a little bit more than the Jets one, to be honest, because I believe in this team more than I believe in the Jets, and this is just a cherry on top to a good team. This is great.
It could be. It could be. Okay, so those are the trades. I'm so excited to see these guys in uniform. Looks like it's going to happen this weekend.
This week,
because Amari Cooper's are obviously healthy, and Davante Adams,
hamstring's gone.
Full participate in practice.
hamstring is just fine.
Don't worry about it. It's all gone now. God, these divas are.
It was that Vegas Heat.
Oh, he goes okay.
It's in New York.
All right, take a quick break. When we come back, we'll come back with our Friday segment, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Be right back. I have a list of celebrity superfans. Bradley Cooper,
The Eagles.
Fly Eagles Fly. Ursher,
The Falcons.
the Falcons.
Yeah, nice.
Post Malone,
Dallas Cowboys.
Dang it.
Tim McGraw,
Titans?
the Titans,
That's
baby,
what I-
Nashville.
Nice.
I didn't know this one, but maybe you've seen it. Jeremy Renner.
The real East Coast guy, the Patriots.
No, actually, real West Coast guy,
Dang.
the 49ers. You're about 3,000 miles off. Adam Sandler.
I'm gonna say the Jets.
There it is.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Jet. Eminem.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul Rudd with the Chiefs.
Justin Timberlake with the Packers. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp with the Dolphins. Huge Jackman.
Huge
Huge
Jackman.
Jackman.
Giant. All right, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers, where we ask the questions that could only be answered on the gridiron on Sunday or Sunday night or Monday, I guess Thursday.
This weekend.
Yeah. On the football field is the point. Angel, you have the first question. What do you got?
Yeah, my first question is for the Lions and this defense. What will the Lions defense look like against Minnesota without Hutchinson? Okay, Hutchinson not only led the league in sacks, but has 5 more sacks than the next player on this Lions team.
Sheesh.
7.5 leads the league. Obviously, is first by 4% in pass rush win rate in the league, and that's above Myles Garrett, Hendrickson, Jared Verse, and Brian Burns.
It was truly a breakout year.
He was having his season, and then now he leaves. I'm gonna keep this stat because I want to see the rat in like 3 weeks. So they're top 10 in points per game allowed on third down, on fourth down, and in the red zone. I want to see what it's like against what might be the best offense in football. Maybe like the Vikings have a very good like one of the top offenses. I want to see what it's like without this guy. because this is a bit. We talked about it on Thursday's show. The impact of Hutchinson is probably the biggest impact. Like, take away that player from the Lions, that's probably the biggest player that will impact this team. Like I'm saying, like it's take away Jared. Like
other than Jared Goff.
Other than Jared Goff, yeah, it's such an impactful player for this team. He's like the embodiment of what the Lions are trying to be. Take him away. What is this defense on the field, and what is the team's mentality if they can't win against the when they're in shootouts? Because now Hutchinson's gone. Their next pass rusher is their interior lineman McNeil with 2.5 sacks. So they have an obvious need against a Vikings team that can get in shootouts and has. It's just I want to see it I want to see what it looks like.
So it's Sunday's question. So I'm not going to try to answer the question right now, but I'm not very hopeful for the Lions without Aiden Hutchinson. If they don't replace him, I think it's going to impact the entire defense. And that secondary is improved, but they didn't get anyone who's like, locked down cornerback. Like they got good cornerbacks. They have, of course, Brian Branch is really good near the top in interceptions, and I think Kirby Joseph as well. But Aiden Hutchinson did so much for the secondary. Obviously, was the entire pass rush for that D line. And I think if they don't replace him, you're going to ask these guys to cover, even guys in that secondary. You think of Jaden Reed in that division, Jaden Reed in that division, Justin Jefferson, soon T.J. Hawkinson. Like there's so many weapons and all the weapons that the Bears have. You got to cover all those guys for 3 or 4 more seconds because you don't have a pass rush anymore, and you do not have a pass rush. And so I don't want to answer. That's what I was saying right now. I don't want to answer the question right now. I want to see it and maybe give them a chance. Maybe they could scheme it, but I don't have a lot of hope that this isn't going to affect them in a major way, at least defensively, obviously.
Yeah, you don't just find like Hutchinsons or guys even like him just on the street or in on the trade block. So it's a big question because we talked about yesterday's show. That NFC North is the last place team is 4-2.
Yeah,
like that's you really can't afford to lose or to figure it out. You need to be on the spot next time because this is the Vikings. Like this is your first game against or second game against a interdivision team. Very, very curious how this works out. And I have faith in the Lions, but this just scares me. Hutchinson's such an impactful player.
I think it's just going to be a talent problem. Like, I have all the faith in Dan Campbell and even the other players in this defense, but just when you lack the talent, you lack the talent, and there's no making up for that. There's no scheming for that. My question is Friday's question, Sunday's answers. When it comes to Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers, is the juice going to be worth the squeeze? You have removed Justin Fields. Now it's done. Like you have made this big step and installed once again Russell Wilson as your starting quarterback from on this first place in the AFC North team, 4-2, and now it better work, or else I think it could be Tomlin's job. I think the rumblings there about Tomlin and the decisions he's making, and I've heard a lot of people call him mediocre Mike because all of a sudden now that streak that he has of he finished 500 has kind of turned on him. Like, okay, bro, like that's not kind of impressive. And we want to be a little bit more than 500 eventually here. And it's being sold like that's what he's going for, which great, but you're going to Russell Wilson. And I just don't know if that's going to be the guy who's like, okay, Russell Wilson's going to take us from a good team that's occasionally been great to just a great team, great offense. I don't see it. I don't know what you've seen in the last 3 years from Russell Wilson that make you believe that he's a guy who's going to take that team there. But we'll see. Right now, the Steelers are 20th in points per game, 26th in yards per game, and 28th in passing yards per game. And so, obviously, this is not a high-fly offense. Arthur Smith's offense is never going to be that.
Never.
But they are 9th in rushing yards per game, 6th in time of possession, and that's how they've won games because this rushing offense has been so good. And you get Najee Harris running like he was. They haven't had Warren for most of the year. Now you remove, I think, their best goal line back in Justin Fields. You've now taken maybe the only strength that you could have had and taken it off because they're not going to be the same rushing team.
Yeah, now you're asking them, let's do what we do best, but let's take it back. So let's go from 8th or 9th to 15th.
Yeah.
For the sake of going from 19th passing to about 15th. So
that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah, you're trying to be average everywhere, which is Mike Tomlin to a T. That's just like, I guess he's trying to be on, it's him being like on brand. I said it yesterday. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would take away a strength. Like, yeah, maybe your weakness is weak. You can't pass for a lot of yards, but your strength is very good. It's gotten you a 4-2 on top of your tough.
You had said a couple weeks ago, like, okay, they found an identity.
Yeah.
They found something they could hang their hat on. We're a running team. We could be the best running team in the NFL, possibly.
Oh.
With Najee Harris, Warren. I can't think of TJ Warren?
Jalen.
Warren. I don't want TJ
A
Warren.
lot of Jalen's in the league.
TJ Warren's a basketball player, isn't he?
TJ Warren.
Jalen Warren. And Justin Fields. Like, that three-headed monster could lead the league in rushing. And also, what Justin Fields was doing was masking a lot of problems with an O-line that's ranked 20th in the NFL. Russell Wilson, if you watched him last year in the Broncos, which obviously you did, he will fall down at the sight of a sack.
Yeah.
He'll just go in the fetal position. If you watched the game last week against the Raiders, Max Crosby missed out on about 3 sacks because Justin Fields was able to escape either straight back up the middle or just avoid the rush altogether. Russell Wilson isn't avoiding that. That's a sack.
Yeah, and
at least.
Yeah, you're trying to you change the identity, you want to pass more. And then another thing, who are you passing to?
Right.
George Pickens talented. We've never seen it for more than a couple spurts. You have
Roman Wilson, he's hurt again.
Roman Wilson's hurt. You have Allen Robinson. I guess we haven't seen Freiermuth at his best, but if you're doing this for the sake of unlocking Pat Freiermuth, and I don't know what you're doing. Like, it doesn't and you weren't deep at the wideouts, deep at running backs, but you're gonna avoid the running backs by going to your wideouts more.
Not to mention, I don't know it. Like, it's not an honest assessment either to say that Russell Wilson has been a better passer or has been a significantly better passer than Justin Fields the last 2 years.
I think they got into it.
We looked over the stats yesterday. He was 26-9 last year and 17-11 the year before that. And Russell Wilson was, Justin Fields was pretty much the same numbers. In those last 2 years. So I don't even know if your passing offense got better.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be if it turns bad, and it just might turn to a shit show.
That's the thing, though. Now they got to go back to Justin Fields if it's bad.
And then Russell Wilson's gonna be, isn't he a captain?
Did you guys see the stipulations on the draft pick that they traded for Justin Fields?
Yeah.
If Fields plays 51% of the snaps, that 4th round pick turns into a 2nd round pick.
If that's what they're basing this decision
on. Did this come from up top?
That's pretty ugly if so.
It could. I don't know.
If that's the decision, this is a bigger problem than just who's better quarterback.
See, I was gonna say maybe it's something in practice that we're not seeing. I mean, again, I'm not optimistic about it either, but maybe it's. But you just said that's.
And then they interviewed Justin Fields today, and he's like, I mean, I don't think I played. I guess I didn't play well enough.
He's such a good sport, dude. I feel bad for him.
He's such a pro.
You can see the pain in his face too as he's saying that.
I mean, God, I feel for the guy because he left Chicago, which is absolute just crap show.
Yeah, at the time, it was just like they didn't. They hated him.
They didn't do anything for him that they did right after for Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Then he comes to Pittsburgh. The city embraces him. The team embraces him. He's 4-2. Like, he's winning the job. He's doing it. And I think it's just a bonehead move. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
He hasn't gotten a single honest chance at all in the NFL.
This is probably his best chance he's gotten, and it's winning. Yeah.
I don't know if he'll get another chance because the league didn't jump on. I mean, we can see, we're for him, but when he was available for trade, he was available for a while. And the only thing that the Bears can get for him was a conditional 6th. I'm wondering.
Greg brought up yesterday. What if they try to shop him again? He's definitely worth more than a 6 now, right?
Oh yeah,
like some
his
team
value's up.
Some team will go get him.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Poor kid. I'm not looking forward to seeing Russell Wilson play. I've seen him play the last 2 years. He's just God. I can't wait for his quote.
Selfishly, I hope the Jets just tee off on him.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride, or wherever this.
Yeah, that's mine. Last one.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift over to Green Bay here. Will the loss of Nico Collins to this Texans offense be a big deal against this Packers defense? Look, last week they played the Patriots. Patriots aren't good, so we can kind of count like, the first game without Nico Collins, it was fine. And I know they lost Nico early in the Buffalo game, and they still won. Now you have film where it's okay. Well, they didn't really light it up. I mean, Stroud only threw for 192 yards. That Packer defense is very opportunistic, obviously led by David McKinney. I'm just wondering, like, when it comes to when these two playoff teams, obviously the Bills are, but when these two playoff teams have film on each other where this team now doesn't have Nico, who's still leading the league in receiving yards after missing 1.5 games, doesn't take away their superstar wideout. Are they still the same? Is this offense going to change? I know last week they kind of shifted towards Joe Mixon. It's just when playoff teams play other playoff teams, you look for the little nitpicky things.
Yeah. And
that can make a difference in this game on Sunday because the Packers and Jordan Love are rolling. And if the Texans have a identity crisis mid-game where they can't get the ball moving because whatever, Tank Dell or Diggs or whatever. I'm just curious to see what that looks like against a very hot team.
I think Nico Collins was becoming the thing that made this team different.
Yeah.
Like becoming the thing, which is crazy that he had gone that far in that short of a time. Like
Very good.
He was just a guy that no one even knew who he was.
Yeah.
And now I think he might be the guy who like puts him over the top type guy.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you saw AJ Brown miss a couple games for the Eagles. Like, okay, he makes a difference for this offense. Nico Collins might be the same guy because Stephon Diggs is not good Stephon Diggs anymore. He's still fine. He's still a really good receiver.
He's a good wideout. Yeah.
But he's definitely not old Stephon Diggs, and he's certainly not Nico Collins.
Yeah.
And even with Tank Dell, I think he has incredible chemistry with Stroud, and I think that's going to go really well.
They're really good friends.
But he's not Nico Collins either, and I think that might hurt them in an atmosphere and against a team like Green Bay, who is, I mean, what they have done defensively in one offseason is pretty incredible.
I mean, they're first in turnovers per game, and third in opponent picks per game. It's just
Bullard, Evan Williams. I think is the highest rated.
Evan Williams, crazy.
Defensive rookie. Like
Right.
he's playing really well.
Yep.
You got Wyatt breaking out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because this is legit defense at home in Lambeau.
We're gonna pick it soon.
It's this is such a good game.
Boys, any thoughts on that? Nico Collins missing? Does that scare you?
It does scare me, and it would have been fun if he was playing too, because the way that Xavier McKinney is playing right now, I want to see those deep shots. But I want to see if McKinney could answer the call. But I mean, it hurts some. I know AJ, you're really high on him, and that's one reason why I've really been following his career. So I think it hurts some. Tank Dell, the way our DBs are playing right now, we can handle Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and
Jay
Alexander. That's always fun.
It's gonna be a lot of talking.
So
It's a lot of trash.
a lot of chirping. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, Collins not being there, I think it does hurt him. You're not gonna be able to push downfield the way they've been doing the start of this year.
Nico Collins is the truth. And taking that element away from CJ Stroud, I want to see how he responds.
It's a real element.
It's the first real test for him.
Yeah, I think without Joe Mixon, they leaned towards the pass game, but that was kind of their strength to begin with. And now last weekend had a nice buffer game with the Patriots because they're not very good.
And Mixon went off.
And Mixon went off. So now I want to see this is a good defense without your second best player on offense, if not on the team. I'm very curious.
It's going to be a really good game. That's Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Looking forward to seeing these things answered because there's some huge games this weekend. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and pick every game this weekend and wrap up the show. Be right back. This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats, quality hats for quality dads. All right, we are back with Week 7 game picks. We're going to pick every single game. Let's get it started, boys. In London town.
Hello.
London. The Jaguars are still there. They're about to blow this whole thing up when they get home.
It's
Woo, those boys are getting a spanking when they get back to America.
They've been there for like 12 days.
Yeah.
It's not even a nice.
That's not fair.
It's not even a nice vacation because they're all stressed out.
Yeah.
They're all
They're toasting tonight like, all right, boys, this is the last run.
to the boys, huh? to Dougie P.
Yeah. We're all going to be in the Lions after this.
We're all gonna be. Yeah.
All right, but the Patriots are going to the Jaguars, I guess, in London.
Yeah.
Technically a home game for the Jaguars, and honestly, kind of a home game because they're there so much.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Patriots. I think the vibes are bad. I think Drake May looked pretty good last week, and that with Stevenson, I think is enough to beat the Jags.
Yeah, this is almost a trap game for the Patriots in a weird way.
weird.
I pick New England. The Jaguars are they're just hurt.
You guys got
Drake May playing well right now, and I think this is the game that we've all been talking about. The Jaguars are going to drop it, and there is going to be some spankings handed out when they get back home.
Oh man, I guess I'm gonna ride with the Patriots. I'm gonna be asleep for this game, but I'm gonna root for the Patriots.
I'll tell you when we wake up.
I'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all going Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
For sure.
Seahawks 3-3 now after starting 3-0. Now 3-3. We're not really talking about that too much. A little epic fall going on in Seattle.
Yeah.
They're going to Atlanta, who currently is second in the NFC.
That old town is black.
4-2. Kirk Cousins starting to roll here at home. Atlanta. I'm going Falcons.
Falcons, the over-under is like 51, so a shootout is in store. And you know who's good in shootouts? Kirk Cousins. So I'll pick Kirk.
Just made a whole career out of it.
Yeah.
You guys got
Falcons flying away with this one.
nice.
Seattle going to lose their 4th in a row. Falcons.
Jeez.
We'll talk about that on Monday or something.
Yes,
we got to
yeah,
talk about
yeah,
the
yeah.
Seahawks.
We should have probably talked about Friday's questions.
Oh, shit. That's a good thing.
All right. New look Bills hosting the same old Titans.
Yes.
1-4 Titans. Will Levis. He has more magic for us. Most likely, yes.
Yeah, the only thing I'm excited about this game is what Will Levis mean.
picture.
Well, a picture we
The
get.
picture.
Come on, Will.
We're going to get one.
We're ready, dude.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Bills by a wide
Yeah, I got the Bills
margin.
as well. Amari Cooper's debut.
Yeah.
You guys got.
I'm going to take the Bills. Cooper scores twice.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So I should start him.
Buffalo. You should start him.
Oh, yeah. Bills are putting a ton of points on the board. I know this Titans defense.
They're
looks
laying
good.
it on 'em.
Bills are. They're showing off everything this game.
Sheesh.
You just think Will Levis just sits there on the sideline, looks across at Josh Allen, and think we're the same guy.
Like, I was supposed to be that.
We're the same
He's gonna
guy.
ask like a jersey swap. He's like, no,
I'm not going to give it to you.
no. That's so
Love
funny.
Will Levis, man.
Yeah.
The Bengals 2-4, visiting the Cleveland Browns. God, there's some bad teams in the NFL. These teams face off. I got the Bengals, and just because the Browns are just the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, Bengals, Browns are just imploding from within. Bengals by a lot.
Any chance the Browns score over 14 points?
Isn't there?
Any chance the Browns win another game?
You know, there's a weird stat. Burrow's never won in Cleveland.
He's about to.
That's weird.
Couple more days.
You guys got the Bengals?
I got the Bengals right here. I still believe in the Bengals, so I'm going to have them winning this
In
game.
W3 and 4.
Bengals continue to play to the level of their competition, though. So watch this be a weirdly close game.
It is
but the
divisional game
Bengals.
too, so yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right, in Joey's game of the week, the 5-1 Texans go to the Green. I just made that up right
We
now.
doing that?
Yeah. 5-1 Texans going to the 4-2 Green Bay Packers. A humongous game. C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love. I mean, you got Joe Mixon now looking to establish himself in that team as a leader and the guy who can take him over the top.
He's very good.
You got Josh Jacobs, who hasn't gotten the end zone yet.
Yes.
Has he? Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yes. I mean, one, but yeah.
Never mind.
Once.
They'll ruin that then. But I have the Packers here at home. I think the defense is too much. And I was kind of enlightened a little bit to a little bit of a sketchy record on the road for C.J. Stroud so far in his young career, 8-8.
Yeah. I'm going to pick my baby boy, C.J. Stroud. This is a vibes one. This is following my heart. I told myself last year I wasn't going to do it, but I'm following my heart. This is going to be a close game. I have no idea who's going to win. I was picking the Texans because I like Stroud, but the Packers can easily win. I'm picking Texans. I'm not very confident in it.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you.
Thank you.
For real.
Producer Desk.
I'm Brand.
Interesting stat here. Since the start of the 2023 season,
Here we go.
the most passing yards per game is Stroud. And since the start of 2023 season, Jordan Love leads the NFL with the most passing touchdowns, 44. So I
Tell me
think,
there's a
with,
chance.
I think with Nico being out, yes, it does hurt him, but I see a shootout here. I'm going to go with my Packers. Newly signed kicker too, by the way. So I'm going to go with our Packers. Good vibes are good. Kicker wins the game.
McManus, he's not going to win the game. He got cut from
Trust me,
Jacksonville.
if
I don't
you've
think he's
seen what
gonna
we've
win
been
the
dealing
game.
with as far as like our
Bronco,
special
right?
teams has been terrible, so
Bronco.
I'll take it.
He got cut from the Jaguars, but I don't care.
I'll take it.
Doesn't matter.
You got AJ.
It's McManus. I'm not gonna fight about it.
We are not talking about how Jordan Love is lighting up the world.
I
Yeah.
am.
And well, I mean, just we as a just and
Society.
the media, like
Yeah,
nobody's
yeah.
talking about Jordan Love
Yeah.
is putting together a season, and I think it continues, and the Packers win this game.
Yeah.
okay,
Let's start with this one for a second here.
Yeah.
I know
That's
we
hard
touched
money.
it a
That's
little
part
bit.
I have a lot of money on this.
Packers at home. You guys are going to be there, obviously.
Mhm.
The vibe's going to be incredible. Very
Immaculate.
jealous for
I
you
will be-
guys. Any chance this is not the shootout we think? Because these are two, I think, defenses that are underrated because they're such high-profile quarterbacks on the offense. Packers defense, we talked about it, very good at taking the ball away. And the Texans defense is one of the most underrated defenses in the league, I think.
Yeah, it might be. Texans are a very good defense, obviously headlined by Will Anderson, Daniel Hunter, Stingley. That's very true. And the Packers are, both these teams are just have the sex appeal of the offense, but defenses have gotten this team a lot more credit, need more credit for their wins than what they're getting.
Yeah, this reminds me of like those early days when like Burrow and Josh Allen would link up. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
these are
it's
the
gonna be
next
fun.
guys. These are the next guys. In the games like this, and I ask all you guys to answer this question. In games like this, there's always hidden heroes. So I want you to tell me right now, who are the hidden heroes for these teams?
Well, Is Joe Mixon hidden? I see Joe Mixon. When he plays for this team, he's very, very good. He's played 2 full games or 2.5 full games. He's phenomenal. Joe Mixon, if they win, if they need another spark, it's not Nico Collins. I think they lean to Joe Mixon to kind of get it going in the run and the pass game.
He looks slim too. He looks spry.
He looks like trying to prove a point.
Yeah. He looks good. I like that one. I'm gonna second that as well. Joe Mixon has played very well when he has played. Should be healthy right now.
Yeah.
I think Mixon has a good game.
I can't wait to see which in the bag player Gabe picks for the Packers.
Okay. I don't think it's necessarily a player right now. The Packers line, we're talking about Love, how he's doing great right now. I saw Pro Football Focus today. In pass blocking, the Packers are ranked like number 1, and they've gotten there. They didn't start there. So I think more than just a player. I think this line right now is the reason why Jordan Love is able to stay healthy. He's getting it going there. I like the Packers line here.
Yeah, I think the team that wins will be the team that imposes themselves physically. I think both these teams have proven they could run up and down the field in that passing game. But the team that can win in the trenches and run the ball and stop the run, I think is going to win this game. And I think that's going to be the Packers. I think it could be the Texans as well. It's just such a tough game to pick.
Yeah.
But I think at home, with all the talent they have on that defensive line, with the O-line playing the way Gabe is, I think the O-line is a great pick for the hidden heroes here. And I think they maybe even take over this game and make it just a physical battle that the Packers win at home.
It does feel like these are 2 of the young teams and the young quarterbacks who are like about to like take over. So this is a great game.
All right, let's keep moving here. Dolphins 2-3, Colts 3-3. I got the Colts, and I don't want us to talk about this game anymore.
Colts, and I don't really like it because the Dolphins.
Anthony Richardson is back though, so that be something to watch.
Yeah, I think I lean Richardson, even though because it's this ugly game. I won't talk about it.
Jonathan Taylor's not there anymore though. But Tua maybe back in a week or 2. You guys got?
I hope he's not. I have the Colts here.
Colts, moving on.
Yeah.
In Joey's game of the week, the Lions.
What
game of the week do you have? Another one.
I have
but this is a huge game. Lions 4-1 against the Vikings 5-0.
Great game.
God, this is a monster game. I'll just say it. I'm going Vikings at home. Kevin O'Connell's the best coach in the league right now. Sam Darnold, I need to see a little more from him though.
Thank you.
I need to see a little more. Not that he hasn't been great all year, but with someone like Sam Darnold, we've seen him just collapse. And so when you see him have a game like he had last week, which it wasn't terrible, but it is like it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
You've seen stuff just snowball with him. I want to see him now, like, all right, have a good game after a bad game. Show that you can bounce back. Show that you are one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he will at home. I'm going Vikings, 6-0.
I'm going Lions. I think they get this win for Dan Campbell. I think they get this win to try to prove a point that we can win without. I know I'm going against McConnell off a bye week, fully healthy. Aaron Jones might not play. That's a bigger deal than people are giving it credit for. I think the Lions come out here and try to prove a point. I'm not sure how long it'll last without Hutchinson, but they come out, prove a point, early lead, and they kind of just make their way to the finish line. Lions.
You guys got?
I like the Lions here. I think the Lions are going to come out. They're going to show the NFC North that they are the king. I think the Vikings kind of started off. The Darnold play kind of been not bad, but also not really great. The way the way the record shows. I think the Lions answer back here. You were saying how when he kind of caves, he kind of stays there for a little bit. Can't do that against the Lions. This Detroit offense can score in a hurry, and you got to play catch up with them if you don't.
Vikings are about to go 6-0.
Yeah,
I think Kevin O'Connell, you just said he's the best coach in the league. He's going to figure out how to utilize this Aiden Hutchinson-less defensive line. And then we're not talking about Brian Flores on the other side.
Yep.
Been absolutely fantastic this season. Yep. The Vikings are really about to go 6-0 in my eyes.
I think so. I think it's going to happen. I think there's just they're going to have no one to get to Sam Darnold, who, by the way, have a great offensive line.
Yeah, they have a good offensive line.
I mean, he's going to sit back there for 5 seconds and just pick one of his 3 Pro Bowl receivers. That's a little exaggeration, but 3 really good receivers. And as good as the Lions have been in secondary, I don't think there's a secondary in the league that can cover for that long.
Yeah, it's this one. I'm very God.
It's a terrible matchup for the Lions the week after losing Hutchinson.
Yeah, because to face this offense, who's has the best wideout in the game with a good play, with a great play caller, the defense is playing lights out. I might switch it in the morning of. I don't know. You got this one. I'm following my heart because I feel like Dan Campbell will just get them to find a way to do it, but it's hard to argue the other way because Texans, the Vikings are very, very good.
All right, let's move on here in Joey's NFC East game of the week. The Eagles at 3-2 visiting AJ's 2-4 Giants.
Oh, boys.
That's crazy, bro.
No, you know what it is? Since Saquon's rookie year. I said
you
it
have
back
been a
then.
big Saquon
Been a
guy.
big. I've
Yeah,
traded for him and traded him away 3
The
separate
Saquon
times in
somewhere
our
else.
league. That was my team name.
Yep.
I love Saquon since his rookie year. I even I wanted a Saquon jersey back then. I was like, I can't. As an Eagle fan, I can't rock that. But
This is a revenge game too. Saquon returns
yeah.
to
I'll let
MetLife.
you guys start this one. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Giants here in an upset. I think there's an upset going. I think Eagles kind of, slowing down a little bit. And I think something has to. So here, look. Sirianni, I get it. He's not the main issue, but I do think he has to go if Philly's going to reach its full potential. This is the kind of loss that the Philadelphia Eagles need to get that going. I think the Giants pull away with one here. They steal one.
So we need a loss apparently. Saquon's going off. This is the ultimate revenge game.
Yeah.
The reason for his revenge was broadcast on HBO this summer. They're going to give Saquon the ball 20 plus times. Revenge game. AJ Brown's going to dunk on somebody in the end zone. Eagles.
I'm going Eagles because because of the reason AJ said Saquon's going to go off. Like he's playing it so cool in the media. Like no, I'm not. It's all good. It's all love. That's how he's going to go off. He's going to try to score every time he touches the ball. They have no one in that secondary to cover Devonta Smith, let alone AJ Brown. And so, yeah, I think they're going to eat as well. And Malik Neighbors is playing, so I think the Giants have a puncher's chance. Unfortunately, the guy throwing those punches is Daniel Jones, and he has notoriously struggled against the Eagles. I'm going Eagles all the way.
Yeah, I'll go Philly here because it's. I think like I said, I think Saquon goes off. I think they're going to make it a point to not only win but win with Saquon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Raiders 2-4 with no longer Davante Adams coming to LA. To play the Rams at 1-4 with the season on the line. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams too. I think Cooper Kupp is if he plays, huge deal. Even without Cooper Kupp, I think the Raiders are just in a downward spiral. I'll pick the Rams here.
You guys
Got the Rams right here. No more to be said.
Yeah, Rams have had a weird season so far. They don't seem like they're 1-4. I think they get it right.
So too. The 1-5 Panthers, the red rifle. The red rifle goes to Washington, taking on this superstar rookie. 4-2, coming off the tough loss to the Ravens. I think they bounce back. I think Jane Daniels back on track here. Moves to 5-2.
Yeah, pretty easy pick. Commanders by a lot.
This is what great teams do to bad teams. You beat up on them. I want to see this be a slaughter. I think that's what's going to really wow me about the Commanders. I have the Commanders winning this one.
We got 2 terrible defenses, only 1 awesome offense. Commanders are going to smack them.
True. Play all your fantasy options.
Yep.
Play everyone.
Your backups.
Get some Miles Sanders in there.
In Joey's third game of the week,
This is not fair.
a Super Bowl championship. There's a random Super Bowl rematch thrown in here as
sprinkled
well.
in here. Yeah.
The Chiefs are going to Santa Clara, and the 49ers are going to win.
Wow.
Yep, the 49ers are going to win this one. I think at home. I think the revenge is going to mean something to the Niners, who have had their heart broken over and over again. I got the Niners here, and I feel like every time I pick against the Chiefs, I'm wrong. So I'm probably going to be wrong here. But
I think Chiefs remind the Niners who's daddy. Chiefs go in there and just play a sloppy game until 2 minutes, and Patrick Mahomes wins the game and frustrates the hell out of everybody. That's what's going to happen because it always happens. Why do we trick ourselves?
I'm changing my pick. The Chiefs are going to win.
It's going to be
I'm
wrong.
changing it. I'm literally changing it right
It's
now.
so ridiculous. How
Chiefs are going to 6-0.
Yeah. And okay,
Hey.
football-wise, Mason, if he plays, it doesn't really make a difference for me. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game with Kareem Hunt, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Travis Kelce.
Because it's the way it's supposed to go, the 49ers are going to win this game. If they do see each other in the Super Bowl, that's the game the 49ers lose. But as of this week, the 49ers are going to win this game.
Okay.
The game starts at 1:25 p.m. I'm going to be changing this pick back and forth until 1:24 p.m. As of right now, I'm going with the Niners. I think that revenge, it's just a little bit sweeter for them to get this game. Chiefs haven't played great, which is weird because they're 5-0.
It's so bizarre.
It's so weird. Have you had fun watching the Chiefs this year?
but they're 5-0.
They're 5-0.
So Chiefs,
I got the Niners right now, as of right now.
The new look Jets are going to Pittsburgh to play the Russell Wilson.
Oh my God, they're both new looks.
Pittsburgh
new look
Steelers.
Steelers.
A lot of storylines in this game. It is the Sunday night football game. Sunday night, I'm going to be parked on my couch watching this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm going to lean the Jets here. Steelers are going to learn about Russell Wilson on primetime football in front of the nation. So it's going to be the Jets. Davante Adams gets a first drive touchdown. I'll just call it.
Yeah.
He red zone back shoulder fade to the right side. I could see it now.
A little fantasy call here. Gary Wilson's about to have a big game.
Yeah,
Gary Wilson is going to get, I think, all of Alan Lazard's targets, and I think he's going to be the 20. He's going to have huge yardage here.
Okay, I know this is like on the spot. Top of your head, who's a better wideout duo than Garrett Wilson and Davante Adams? Just top of your head.
Easy. That's Devonta Smith and AJ Brown.
That's legit. But yeah, okay.
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
I'm trying to rank them in my head, but like they're
top 3.
That's a good duo.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Like they're past Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel.
Yeah, they're
Shakir, Cooper.
Yeah, they just instantly got to this thing where they're one of the best 1-2s like in the league. It's pretty good.
Jets, Steelers, guys.
The formulas for both teams is just a perfect mixture because Russell Wilson is going to poop the bed. Davante Adams can only help this Jets team. Jets are going to blow this freaking team out, and I like your call. I think Garrett Wilson has a big game here.
Yeah.
I almost broke my hand running to my phone to change this pick when I saw they were starting Russell Wilson. The Jets. The Jets.
There was no reason to rush. Like you have until Sunday night. It's like,
dude, you have like 72 hours.
I had to get it in.
It's also the Sunday night game.
The one ray of hope that the Steelers have is that Watt disrupts his offensive line so bad that he takes over the game.
I hope they have a plan for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real deal. That's an X factor. I mean, it's
good point.
obviously TJ Watt, but that's one thing that the Steelers can rely on.
You know Aaron's going to be throwing those little hand signals to Devontae.
He
doesn't even do that. He just gives them a look.
Just, yep.
They know, man.
Gabe's so excited.
I'm so ready for
Guys,
this.
unfortunately, we have another Monday night doubleheader.
Why they do
And
this?
in Joey's third game of the week. Is it fourth?
Your fourth.
This is your
Fourth
fourth
game of the week.
You had an interdivisional game of the week.
We got yeah, sure.
That's a sub bracket.
Division edition.
In the 4-2 game of the week.
Separate conferences.
Ravens are going to go to Tampa Bay, and we're going to see what the Bucs are made of. And I'm going with the Bucs to defend their home turf here.
Heck yeah.
I think Baker's going to do it at home, and I think this is I think when they start to swing people like me who just need to see Baker be a totally different guy and consistently, and I think they're going to do it at home. And after this, I'm on the train.
I love this Buccaneers team. The Ravens are good. Bucs are a little better. I'll pick the Bucs. I love the Bucs, man.
Quarterback has to answer the call tonight. Stroud or Baker. I like Baker here. I think Baker's going to have a game.
Wait, Stroud?
Well, because I'm saying Stroud is going to have to do without his number one guy. So it's going to be the first test in his career. Baker, you're now going against a legit team here. You're going to have to go show that you are a legit 4-2 or 5-2 team. I like the Bucs here.
I guess I'm alone. I think the Ravens are playing better than anybody in the NFL.
They're looking
The
crazy.
Ravens.
They start off 0-2.
doesn't-
They've
nah.
won. That doesn't work. Yeah.
Sorry.
They've started off 0-2, won 4 in a row. I think they keep it rolling. They look good. And Derrick Henry is getting
What's a
better every
Maryland
week.
accent?
I don't know.
Jeez, I don't know. It's never
I
been
want
there.
to see Derrick Henry just meet Vita Vea.
I was about to say the same thing.
Oh my
right in the
God.
line of scrimmage.
I just want to see it. Just
It'd be beautiful.
you guys, this is football right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah.
And I can't. I would never argue against the Ravens here because I think it's a true toss-up.
Yeah, it's a great game. This should be the only game on Monday night. But we have another one.
Unfortunately, there's another game Monday night. The Chargers in
Go
Joey's
Chargers.
I'm gonna have a not game of the week also, and that's the Chargers and Cardinals. The Cardinals to me have been a big disappointment.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison's been a disappointment.
Yeah.
He is I'll say it. He's the third best rookie receiver at this point.
Yikes.
And number one isn't Malik Neighbors. Number one is Brian Thomas to me. Number two is Malik Neighbors. I get it. That's just a personal thing. Numbers would not be in my favor. I get it. Not the conversation I'm having. Marvin Harrison is the conversation I'm having. I think, would you guys rank him third in that list?
I think I rank him second. 2A. Brian Thomas Jr. is pretty good.
He's third. I haven't seen him personally do anything that excites me.
Besides the week 2 game.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he
after
was
that,
open in
Yeah.
both of those passes.
Yeah.
I mean, he only had 4 catches. Like, 2 touchdowns,
Yeah,
with
he
4
did-
catches.
yeah. I get that.
That being said, I'm going with the Chargers here to move to 4-2 and just kind of quietly moving along here. And
They're putting it together.
yeah, they're going to be a wild card team. I'm telling you, they're going to be a wild card team. They're going to lose in the first round, but they're going to make the playoffs. And I think they're going 4-2 here.
Yeah, I'll go Chargers here. Cardinals disappointing everybody. Kyler Murray, they might be without Harrison. So if they're without Harrison
Yeah.
for sure, even with him, I'll lean Chargers. Chargers are a good football team.
Yep.
Like the Chargers here.
In my AJ's weird game of the week,
There it is.
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I think this is just a weird one. I think the Chargers, they're like weirdly hurt all over the place. I don't know. My guts having me go.
Can we
with
have a
Cardinals.
Kyler conversation?
For the life of me, I don't remember last time that these two teams have played each other. I can't. When the Chargers
In their first ever meeting.
when do they play each other?
Some
when was that
Carson
time the
Palmer
Broncos
and Phillip
played
Rivers.
against them? With the Broncos and Cards.
It's been a while. I mean, I don't.
So it's probably the same year.
I don't understand. I've never seen these two on
Yeah,
the same
it's a
team.
weird look.
You guys know each other? I don't know. You guys in the same league. This is a weird one.
Is Kyler Murray any good at football at the quarterback position?
yes.
Gabe's a Kyler Murray guy.
He's such a weird one though, because at some games you're like, this kid is incredible, and then he's 2-4 and doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it's just I truly don't know.
I feel like every offseason he gets built up that this is the year he's going to be rookie year Kyler Murray once again. And here we are because he got a weapon now. Now he's a weapon. Now he has Trey McBride. James Conner looks really great. They got Trey Benson to back him up. This is the year Kyler Murray returns to old Kyler Murray. He's just the same guy.
No,
He's just a middling quarterback in the NFL to me.
He was Matthew Berry's ride or die of the year this year, which he's been. Last year was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Year before that was Jalen Hurts. Year before that was Austin Eckler. So it was like a big deal everybody's talking about.
Yep.
Kyler Murray was his pick this year and has not worked out.
no.
Just his prowess as a passer is just not there anymore.
Yeah.
He hasn't broken 300 yards once this year. He's been under 200 yards 3 times. He's not lighting the world on fire. He hasn't thrown for more than 1 touchdown. He's only done that 1 time.
And also backs the argument of Marvin Harrison not being the best wideout because you've picked him to solve this problem.
Yep.
Like last year, you had the same problem where we had no explosive players. You draft Marvin Harrison Jr. in front of Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr.
Trey McBride.
Brock Bowers is lighting up.
Yeah.
You drafted him. At this point, I'll take Bowers over Marvin Harrison Jr. It's just it's a partly on Kyler, partly on the drafting. Maybe not drafted the right guy. I know it's still early in his career, but yeah, it's a disappointing team for sure.
I changed my pick. The Cardinals suck. The Cardinals suck.
Yeah, I think
I don't know what I was thinking.
because you bought part of that. Because we all came.
Because you hear these names.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride. Like
I know what we're gonna do now. We're gonna put Kyler Murray on another team next year. We're gonna
Raiders.
we're gonna look at the contract. How can you trade him?
I don't want him.
yeah.
Wait,
I don't want him.
next year there's I think there's 4 or 5 first round quarterbacks. Cardinals are currently 2-4. They lose this game, they're 2-5. Do they start leaning towards? Oh, let's get a different quarterback here.
They've done it before with
Maybe.
Kyler.
Listen, it could happen, dude. It could really happen.
Is he better than Dak?
No, I think
he's
Dak.
not.
I think
Is he
Dak.
better than Jalen Hurts?
No.
No,
Numbers, no.
no. Yeah,
He's running the ball again, which shows you he's healthy at least. But I think Jalen Hurts does that too. I'm trying to think of a comp for him.
You know what?
Is he better than Jared Goff?
No,
Absolutely not.
Stafford?
no.
Brock Purdy?
Parrots, no.
No. I'm not even going to touch the top quarterbacks of the league. Like, I don't even know who to. Like, he is like
He's right in the
in
middle.
that middle pack. I'm not sure who you're taking him over, even in that middle pack.
Yeah,
he's like the
it's-
back end of the middle pack.
He's not better than Baker, especially not Baker this year.
Yeah, he's not better than
Not
Baker.
better than Geno.
Not better than Kirk.
Is he better than Tua? That's kind of where.
No,
No.
I don't think he's better than Tua.
Damn, I'm trying to help you.
Tua
Kyle.
led the league in passing
I'm
last
trying to
year.
help you, Kyle. I don't know what you want me to do.
That's crazy.
I mean, seriously, like maybe this is when they start thinking about there's quarterbacks on top of this.
I want to figure this out now.
Yeah.
Is he better than Justin Herbert?
No.
Okay.
No, Herbert's been
No.
Herbert.
He's not better than Baker Mayfield. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. Is he better than Justin Fields? That's a good one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
take him over
a
Fields.
tough-
Okay.
I'll take him over Fields.
Take him over Fields. He's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Right now, no.
No. Purdy, Mahomes, no. Jane Daniels, God, no. Is he better than Andy Dalton?
Stop. He's better than Andy Dalton. He's better than
I
Andy
think
Dalton.
he impacts the game more than Andy Dalton can in different ways.
It's crazy that
That might answer our question right there.
Yeah,
That we're like, I don't know.
And people
Gabe,
want-
is he better than Andy Dalton?
I'm purposely not answering that. This is all crap. Yes, he's better than Andy Dalton.
Okay. He's better than O'Connell for sure. He's better than Daniel Jones. Is he better than Daniel Jones?
Yes.
Yeah, he's better.
He's not better than so far that's what 3 quarterbacks that he's better than. Jared Goff, no. Sam Darnold, no. Anthony Richardson, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's better than Anthony Richardson right now. Tua, I'd say no. You guys all say no?
I'd say no.
Gabe, do you think he's better
I
than Tua?
say I love Tua. He's not better than Tua.
CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, no. He's better than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, everybody's better than Deshaun Watson.
I'm better than Deshaun.
I think I might be better than Deshaun
Will,
Watson.
Will Levis or Deshaun Watson?
Holy
Will
God.
Levis. I go Will Levis.
Will Levis will at least bring you the cameras.
Will Levis for the entertainment factor. Because you don't want to see Deshaun Watson.
No,
at
that's
all.
a real argument. Deshaun Watson just looks like he's bored.
And you don't want to see it. Yeah.
Burrow, no. Josh Allen, no. Will Levis is there. Is it Will Levis?
He's better.
He's better than Will Levis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's what, up to 4?
Yeah.
4 quarterbacks better than him? Kirk Cousins, no. Geno Smith.
No, Geno Smith's better.
Yeah, right?
Geno Smith's better.
Gabe, is Geno Smith better?
Geno Smith's been balling.
I think so.
He has been balling.
Geno Smith, I think, is second in the league in passing.
Yeah.
We're just going this year, though, right?
This year, right now.
Right now, yeah.
It's a slow start for him.
Is he better than Trevor Lawrence?
That's a good one.
That's
Oh, my
a good one.
God. He's...
2 former number 1 picks.
That's
I would have to
That's a
see
good
it.
one.
I would have to see it.
That's the comp right there. Him
That's
and Trevor
Joey's
Lawrence.
game of the week when
That's the
they
comp.
play.
That means Trevor Lawrence is always comp to Daniel Jones. So AKA Daniel Jones better than Kyler Murray. That's what that one's tough. I would take
That's the
Kyler
one.
just because of the running element, but
Drake May, I guess it's hard to call right now.
Yeah.
Derek Carr,
Yeah, I'll take him over Derek Carr.
and then Bo Nix.
No. Oh yeah, he's better than Bo Nix.
It was like less than 7 quarterbacks
It was
that
like
we've
6 or something like that, yeah.
I mean-
He's like 25th.
That's what I said. He's the back end of the middle quarterbacks.
And you can't say, well, his record shows it. He's had a. This is kind of normal for him to fade out, be like a hot start and fade out.
We're about to get killed on YouTube for this.
Well,
Is there really that many
I
Kyler
think
guys?
just
out
starting
there?
slow.
There was
though.
Deshaun Watson, guys.
That's true.
I'm sure there's Kyler.
I bet there is.
there's Bo Nix people.
Yeah,
I'm saying
they're still trying.
we can find anybody.
Ask Angel. He knows.
We can find anybody here.
I'm glad we had a little conversation because I
Yeah.
think he needs to be exposed as a fraud.
I'm not.
No,
defend your
I'm
boy,
not
Gabe,
saying
defend your
that.
boy.
I'm not saying. It's a slow start. It's a slow start.
Also, every team
It's a
he's ever
slow
been on
start.
has tried to build it around him. I think that's a mistake. I think he needs to be built like he's like the Purdy thing, where it's like around a system that he operates, not just him out there just running around doing Kyler Murray things.
He's also like the smallest guy in the NFL,
Yeah.
and you're trying to buld something around this guy.
Yeah, size matters, guys.
You feel good about that?
I feel great about
Couldn't
it.
wait.
Yeah.
As soon as he said, I'm like, I got it. I know.
There it is.
AJ, stop speaking as fast as you can.
Let's leave it at that. Let's see how he does. He's probably gonna lose against the Chargers. Honestly,
Chargers
I
are a
think
good
we all
team.
Picked them.
Yeah, Chargers are a good team.
And they're 2-4 currently. We'll see. I'm glad we had this conversation because I think we put the world on notice about Kyler Murray.
I mean, it might be the first. I never heard anyone talk about Kyler Murray like this.
Yeah. All right, those are our picks for week number 7. Thanks, guys, for doing that. That's our show, episode 172. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again on Monday. Make sure to follow all the social medias because Bench is going to Lambeau.
Frozen tundra.
See you Monday. Bye.
Peace.